Well, let's look at a couple videos of the past and then you'll understand kind of the backstory to it.
Attention to us, and I'm not going to try to make a light if it's yellow. I'm going to stop.
Fine. Yeah.
Out of all the videos I've done, the Audi A8 video that I'm just messing around with the timing bar and discovering that, you know, maybe I did not do a good job trying to time that vehicle, because Audi A8s have very sensitive timing chains and timing. Well, it's not a timing chain, sorry. There is two chains for the valves to open and close. There's a chain running that, but as far as the timing between the pistons and the engine, that's a timing belt. So I was going to replace the timing belt because the water pump was already screwed up. Because see, what happened is that I bought an Audi A8 that was parked for probably a couple of years. That was a piece of garbage, but I had this arrogant attitude like, oh, I'm gonna fix it, this is gonna be fantastic, watch, I'm gonna be the one to get this running and I'll be so proud of myself. And to this day, probably if I did have a little bit more patience and actually get it running, I might have had a whole mess of people looking at that Audi A8 videos. The Audi A8 I bought in 2018 after, you know, my wife implying, oh, I like Audis. Well, so I bought like a 2001 Audi, and it was a mess. The shifter knob was broke, the window was crushed. Yeah, it wasn't pretty at all. As a matter of fact, it was pretty ugly. But it kind of started me on a snowball effect. So of course I'm at my workplace bragging to my coworkers about, oh, I have a whole big yard, I'm buying all these broken cars and I'm gonna fix them. So that's kind of the hobby aspect of my monologue, is like, oh, for a hobby you could work on cars. Yeah, it works if you have the money and the time, but if you don't have the time or the money, wonderful, fantastic. The sun's behind me right now. Tim's variety show, and I want to revisit some of the videos from the past to kind of get my thoughts organized, because I was watching how to have some successful videos, and I think I'm gonna do a revisit of the Audi A8. The Audi A8. So, the Audi A8 I got in 2018. But what's funny is that it's even you gotta even go back further to really understand the whole backstory behind the Audi A8. It kind of sucks too, some of the backstory, because it's like this. My dad in 2017 died in custody at Rancho Cucamonga Correctional Facility. And if you know anybody that works there, like any guards, maybe helping someone in their life somehow, be interesting for you to contact me. My contact information is down in the comments, some way, shape, or form. So I got an Audi A8. Actually, it even starts further than that. So I was married at the time. Technically, I'm still married. That's why I have to be a little bit incognito with my content, because I don't want anything to screw up my wonderful, beautiful life that I have right now that I'm living. You know, I'm living the life now. So, but what I'm trying to say is that in 2019, yeah, you know what? I was gonna script some ideas and then read the script, but my life is literally a mess right now. And I always tell you that. So if you're new to my videos and you watch another video about me complaining about how kind of not wonderful my life is right now, but I mean, it's not terrible. Could be better. I guess everybody could say that. But yeah, thank you for being patient with me as I organize my thoughts. Because this episode 5, see, you know, when I think of numbers is kind of like what steers my direction in the different.
Okay. Don't do. What the hell? You did touch it.
I didn't touch it. I did not.
Oh man, forget it.
And it still was working, which was pretty cool. And this time, I'm just over here, next to the 1929 Ford. So the one thing that might make this cringy is like, I'm putting out a message to whoever's watching this video to please send me some parts for this car. I'd like to get a 289 engine in there. This car's smog exempt, so I put, this could be loud, it could be quiet, it could be quiet, it could be fast, it could be slow. I mean, these rims, these wheels obviously are not the stock wheels. I have the stock wheels, so I can even trade if you want to work out some trades for some tires, some rims, whatever. But you see, this is it. This is the 1929, and part of the video that I'm putting out this time is that the content. YouTube machine. Bob's Bill's Burger. Well, sorry about my scattered brain storytelling. I was going somewhere with this, but if you get anything out of this incoherent video, hope you got some good shots of the Audi. Well, I got the oil pan off, the transmission fluid pan off. Already took some of the seal off the sides, and I'm just waiting to hear if this is a normal amount of this is a leaf that fell. think. No, looks like a rubber hose. No, hope that's nothing. PAGG. Wonder if this is the original one. No way of telling. Yeah. And then this headlight will be installed. With this body and the other hobbies. See, my main hobbies is anything to do with my hands. I swear, I like to work with my hands. Crafts, arts and crafts and art. You know, all that kind of stuff that makes. See, hobbies are basically a way to pass the time. So, how do you pass your time? Do you have time to pass? It's like part of the lyrics is that I have too many hobbies and not enough time. I think I'm afraid of being bored. I got dishes in the sink. So that line right there, I got dishes in the sink and the bathrooms start to stink. It's not the most funnest thing, but if I need to pass some time away, why don't I just clean the dang house? That's kind of the idea. I'll show you it right now. I have too many hobbies and not enough time. I think I'm afraid of being bored. I got dishes in the sink and the bathroom starts to stink. I think I'm afraid of being bored. I have some abilities, not enough capabilities. Tim's Variety Show. Tim's Variety Show. Okay. Ouch. So with the Audi A8, I got rid of it in 2020. It was kind of cool. It worked out. See, I bought it for $500, right? Tinkered around with it, took it apart, kind of did some explorations, all that stuff. And then when I recycled it at the metal, you know, the salvage cars or those places that buys crashed up cars and whatever, I ended up getting $500 for it. But if you do the math, I think I spent, close to $100 getting the timing belt and the water pump, which I still have. So if you're watching this video and you need a D2 Audi timing belt or water pump, hit me up. You know, hey, maybe I'll just give it to you. It'd be like a prize. I contacted Timothy Damits and he gave me a free water pump and belt. Yeah, or any other Audi parts. You know, of course it'd be nice if you want to, you know, pay for them.